What's up, everybody? Back with another custom. This time I'm gonna do something a little different. What I'm gonna do is, before the NBA playoffs started, I said that I was gonna do a custom for whoever won the championship. Now, my team is the Bulls. We didn't make it this year, but the Bucks finally did it. Giannis and everybody came through, so I'm doing a Milwaukee Bucks custom. So, what I'll be doing is I'm starting out with a Jordan 1 all white. And I'll be turning this into a new colorway. And I might be adding these patches on the tongues. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it yet. But yeah, it's gonna be dope, so stay tuned. All right, so here's the plan for these. One of the reasons I got the patches is so yeah, I can put it on the tongue. That's what I've done before, where I've had the patch on the tongue. This patch is kind of big. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet. But another reason for getting this is so I can color match it. So I do have, a color that's similar to it, but it's not quite close enough. So I got these just in case, so I can make sure I got the colors right. So what I'm gonna do on this one is I'm basically gonna have the toe box black, I think maybe the tongue and the sock liner, and then around the toe is gonna be the Bucks cream color, the tan color they have, and it's gonna be tan on the heels and up here by the Wings logo too. And then on the inside right here is gonna be that forest green they got. So I'm gonna do that. Swoosh is gonna stay white, and it's gonna be black in here. So it's gonna be a new colorway. Tested it out already. It looks really good together. So I can't wait to get started on this and see how this turns out. These shoes are clean already, so I don't have to do a whole lot to them. So I'm just gonna rub it down with some acetone, get it prepped for painting, sand it down just a little bit, and maybe use some adhesion promoter on it so I can get it ready for paint. So I'm gonna get started on that. And really gotta take your time on these toe boxes too, because that's where your foot bends at. So that's where it cracks and where you get all your creases and everything at. So I gotta take my time on that, get that right so the paint sticks well on it. I might use some dye on the toe box since it's gonna be black as an undercoat. So even if it does, the paint doesn't stick as well, it's still gonna look perfect. So I'm gonna get started on that. All right, so I'm gonna get started prepping this for paint. Got my acetone and my cotton balls. Rub the whole shoe down and get it ready. Alright, so now I got the shoe all acetone down, so it's ready for paint. I just gotta do a few more steps to prep for it, which I'm gonna use some sandpaper around the areas I usually have problems with when I do Jordan 1s, specifically around the toe and this area right here. So I usually have problems with where the pieces of leather overlap each other. So around here, and on the toes, I'm gonna take a little bit more time and prepare those and make sure that I get those areas really well so the paint sticks well and I don't have any problems with the paint cracking around those areas. It's just where the leather overlaps, so it's hard to get in there. So I'm gonna sandpaper this down. I'm gonna acetone it off again to get all the dust off. And then I'm probably gonna use some black dye around these edges right here, because that's where it's gonna be at. The color it's gonna be anyway is black. So I'm gonna use some black dye in these corners, make sure it really gets in there and prevent some problems later down the line. Make sure the shoe is really durable, lasts long, doesn't crack, and looks good every time you wear it. Alright, so I have the black dye in the areas I was talking about. Next, I'm going to do the sock liner on the inside. All this is going to be black. The inside of the tongue is going to be black. And the outside of the tongue is going to be black. I'm going to have to take off this Jordan tag too. So before I do the front part, I'm going to remove this with an X-Acto knife so I can paint underneath it. And then once I have that off and painted, then I can put the Bucks logo on there and get it all glued down. So we get started on that and show you what that looks like. Next thing, I'm gonna take this patch off and paint the rest of the tongue black. So I'm gonna get started on that next. All you need for this is an X-Acto knife. Gotta take the threads off of it and it comes right off. So let me get started. Alright, so I got the tongue painted all black, inside and outside, and the sock liner. Took the patch off. Now what I'm gonna do is get the collar right here. That's gonna be black. And then after I get that, I'll switch to the regular black paint and go over all the places that I dyed. Alright, so all the green is laid down. Got it on both sides and on the back tab right here. And next, I just gotta do the beige color, which I've made a custom color. I added some white to it to lighten it up a little bit. It's a little darker than what I wanted. So I'm gonna add this around the toe, up on the collar, well, right here, and on the back. Okay, so I had a small problem. The color didn't really match up like I wanted it to. It wasn't the color I was anticipating after I finished a couple coats on it. So I ended up changing the color. So this is a very light tan color, kind of cream color that I was expecting when I got this. So I had to remake this shade, and I'm gonna cover this shade up. Alright, so this is what I was looking for when I originally started doing this. So this is the color I was looking at. You can see I got the 3 or 4 coats on there covering up that old color, and that's exactly what I was looking for, that shade. Got that cream color that I was looking for. It took me several tries to get that paint matched right. Wasted a lot of my white paint. So I'm happy I got the end result I was looking for. So what I'm gonna do is start adding the patch on the tongue. So what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna use some bar to cement, and what I'm gonna do is put it on the back of the patch, and where I'm gonna place it on the tongue. And I'm gonna let it sit for maybe 10 minutes. And I'm gonna need my heat gun, and I have to heat the glue back up on both sides and then stick it together like that, and then it'll make a good seal on it and it'll last as long as I need it to. So alright, so I let the glue dry overnight. I put an extra couple clamps on there just to make sure it seats right in the areas that I want it to. Go ahead and take these off. It's on there really good, ain't going nowhere. Alright, so there you have it. Got both shoes done. Loving the way everything turned out. It's probably one of my favorite customs. Looks very clean. You know, got all the touch-ups looking right, and I'm very pleased with how this turned out. Like I said, this is turned out a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Finally got the colors right. Took extra steps to make sure this, you know, one of those customs that lasts a really long time. Really took my time and prepped it really well, and I'm just pleased at the way this came out. Milwaukee Bucks fan or not, let me know what you think. And that's it for this one. It's a wrap. Mission complete. All right. right, so if you like my videos, stay tuned. I got a lot more coming up, more customs on the way. If you appreciated that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But we'll be doing more. Stay tuned. And this has been Get Laced Customs. Check you out next time.